So hi guys, welcome to StoomCast. So today I've got on a guy I've been excited about getting on for probably about a month now, Darren Ferguson. Now Darren, like myself, is a Dundee boy. Darren's Lockheed's finest. Darren was from a different part of Dundee as I was from. So Darren trains under Gracie Barra. Obviously, Darren Clark being his professor. I believe you train under Valentine Duke.
Yeah, that's right. Valentine Duke's my coach,
Yeah,
He's been my coach from day one. But also Darren as well. Darren's been there for day one as well.
Yeah, so obviously Valentine Duke, obviously Gracie Barra Dundee, and then obviously Darren Clark being the black belt professor. So obviously training under a very good black belt in Darren Clark. So listen, thanks very much, Darren, for obviously taking the time. As I said, I know we've been back and forward trying to get each other. You've been busy, I've been busy, so but no, as I said, I've been excited to get you on. As I said, that we'd spoke before the call about it was actually my dad that pointed you out to me. Obviously a story he'd read in the paper, so because as I said, he thought I knew everybody in jiu-jitsu. So it was I said, absolutely brilliant to get you on, Darren. So how are you today? How's your training and all that going?
My training's been going well, thanks. I've been really busy from training in Dundee to Fife. So I do scaffolding as my job, so that's quite a demanding job during the days.
Yeah.
So I get home for like half an hour, 40 minutes or something, and I have to dive in the car and get myself straight over to class.
Yeah.
So training's going really good. Got a lot of big fights and competitions coming up, so Dan likes to push me to the limits with the competition classes.
Definitely.
Rounds non-stop, so it's good.
Aye. And then, obviously for you, because what are you, Dan? You're what, 34?
I'm 33. I'm going to be 34 at the end of this year in December.
So obviously for you, coming into jiu-jitsu again, you come into obviously late, like myself. Obviously I came in at 36, sorry. So you came into it in your 30s. So what kind of pushed you into jiu-jitsu and why jiu-jitsu itself?
Wow, there's a mad story behind this. I used to play football all my life. That was just like my main sport. And when I got to about 25, one of my friends was a boxing coach, and he was like, "Why don't you come along for some training and that and get yourself fit for a junior football?" So long story short, I went to boxing training for a bit, started enjoying it, and got into boxing. So I've done that for a few years. I never imagined doing anything else other than just boxing, because I was coming up to my 30th birthday and that. And then I got into UFC, kind of like when Conor McGregor come on the scene, like most people.
Yeah.
And I started getting into UFC a wee bit. And I was just watching that and I just started liking it. I noticed the ground game stuff that was happening. I started questioning that. I found out it was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I was like, that's quite interesting. And at the same time, my son was doing karate. And I was interested in doing a martial art with my son at the same time, so we can do the belt grade together and that, and train together. So I was looking about to see what martial arts, but I never really got into it, and following it up to do it.
Yeah.
And then just randomly out the blue, I had a lot of bad things happening in life. I lost a lot of close people to this. The year of 2016, my mum passed away very suddenly. She was on holiday down in London, and she was going to have to go to London for a week and then go away to Spain, but she just randomly dropped down dead via an aneurysm to the brain. There was no health warnings or that. Around that same time, I lost 3 or 4 really close friends as well. All dropped down within about weeks of each other. So that was August. So from August onwards, right through Christmas and that. And then just right after the new year, one of my really good friends, one of my best friends, Gadger, he sadly killed himself. He threw himself in the River Tay. So that was kind of just 4 months after my mum. And it was quite a big one because they were the two most people that I leaned on. He was my main voice from Loyalty number 1 and that. At that time, and so was my mum. I didn't have any family. My mum brought us up on her own, me and my 3 brothers. Our family all live in England, so it was just really us and her. So you can understand that was a big effect on my mind, you know what I mean? My mind was kind of, fuck, there's only a couple of ways you go here. You go either down and crumble for that, or you rise up from it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think there was like 6 deaths, maybe 6 to 8 deaths in the space of 6 months to people that I was really close to. It just didn't make sense. So my head was kind of gone for a bit. And I was in these situations like I felt like I was drowning. Do you know what I mean, in my mind? And I was like, if I didn't start swimming now, like, and save myself, like, this is over.
Yeah.
Well, I need new things in my life. I need something to keep me busy, like something new. What could I do new? And that was it. Went online, bang. I was like, hey, I want to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That'll be something for me that'll do. So I'll try that. So I went online, take the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and three academies came up. And I had the first one, and it took us to Gracie Barra, which was Fife, because a Dundee one came up actually as well. But I had that one, and it happened just to be Darren's academy. I messaged him, and then that was it. I was at his Dundee class a week later. Yeah. And that was me into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. But around that time, like, it wasn't just that. Like, I became a vegan around that time. I went away and got fully qualified in 5 new trades. Like 3 for the oil rigs, also tubing, fit and scaffolder, level 3 personal trainer. Like, became a vegan, joined Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, became a football coach. Like, wow, like, even though it was my worst period in my life, that turned out to be the most positive. Like, in that short space of 2 years from all that happening, I went away and achieved lots of stuff, like, that I've never even done in 30 years of my life being alive, do you know what I mean? So I think I used all that heartache and that as motivation, do you know what I mean? Instead of thinking, like, this is the cards I've been dealt, right? Yes, it's broke my heart. Yes, it's mentally destroyed us and gave us demons to deal with. But I've been a warrior, I'm a days, I'm a working class scheme laddie. I mean, you're raised that way for the 80s and 90s. It's tough times. So it was one of them situations. I was raised better, man. My mum raised me better than this. And I kind of just rolled down and just gee up in life because of this. And there's always millions worse off in you as well. Definitely. And that was it. So I just thought, right, I've got to fight. Let's go. And that's what I done. So I went on a mad path. And I just used, like, my mum and Gadget, and that's just total motivation every day because I couldn't get them in my head. They were just there 24/7. And I just, like, keep pushing, keep going. And see, before I knew it, was fully qualified in all these new trades, and was doing well at Jiu-Jitsu, started competing competing in about, after about 12 weeks or something, not even that long, got myself a bronze medal at my first competition, and then the second competition I was double silver, next competition double silver, and then after that I just started raking the golds up. And I mean, that's one thing. I mean, when anybody that's never seen a podium picture with you, you're always representing the people that they're talking about. Obviously your mum, your friends and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? And you represent Lockheed as well. Like, I see Lockheed, like, see the way you love your mum and your dad. I mean, I love my community like that. Like, I'm so proud to be from my community, do you know what I mean? So I like to represent that everywhere I go. Also, the one with my mum and Gadget a lot, see, because I do a lot of tribute posts and that, I think myself, can't people be like, hand me them tribute posts again? But what it is I wouldn't be doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu if it was for my mum and Gadget passing. There's no way I would have imagined rolling about, cuddling, sweating with men on the floor. Like, it was not my thing, man. I was a football player and done a bit of boxing. You know what I mean? So I never dreamed in my wildest dreams would I ever be doing something like that, especially coming up to 30 and being 30, 31. I never imagined. So that's why, like, I always make sure that I'm giving them as much praise and tributes as I possibly can. And I never want to let their memory of their names go. I want their names to always be remembered and spoken. And I always believe that just because people die doesn't mean you've got to stop talking about them. I know it's sad and some people can't talk about it all the time, but I feel like I need to show them tributes because I wouldn't be doing that and having a chance to win medals or that if it wasn't for them, I think. No, definitely. And in my mind every day, I just feel motivated, feeling massively motivated. And that's because one thing. You can't take life for granted, you know what I mean? Like my mum went on holiday, thinks she was going on holiday and never come home to her family. She never knew that was going to happen to her. She just had an off night, I think. If one of us were there with him, or you know what I mean, could have changed his mindset. And Gadge was an absolute warrior. I mean, Gadge would have faced an army on his own. I mean, that's how he went ahead with that, because he was that brave. Like, once he made his mind up about something, that was it. He must have felt too brave to talk to his pals. I'm not sure, but it's something I would never like to see any other human being going through, and that's why I talk about it a lot online, and I'm not scared to talk about it now. I'm scared to share my story. I'm not scared to share that as a fully grown man. That I miss my mum every single day. That's a fact that could bring me to my knees now every morning in the shower in tears. But I'll tell you, I dust that down and I roll my sleeves up when I get up and I go and face that world and I go and smash life. And I smash core and I don't let nothing keep me down, no matter how bad it is. Never. You only live this once, Ken.
And
that you got.
That's the thing as well. Obviously, I noticed that you, and again, we're obviously friends on Facebook, and that's the thing with you. Even though obviously you went through that tragedy, you're still positive. Every post you mention that, you know what I mean. You're still positive in every post, and you're still mentioning obviously these people, and every day you're putting positive stuff up. Do you know what I mean? Which, and does that help you, Dan?
Absolutely. I'm a massive believer it's all about the mind, do you know what I mean? So what you fill your mind with, you will feel. I mean, I'll always try and be like on positive quotes, positive videos, even if they're only 5-minute ones in that videos, and just anything. My mindset, training, I've always said that to people as well, training's medicine, kind of releases endorphins to you. Go and get out there, go and train hard, meet new people, add new things in your life, because that counteracts the way you're feeling. I mean, if you're not got no hobbies in life and you're just sitting back with your thoughts, you're not going to get nowhere in life. Except for doom. If you're out there doing new things like football coaching and doing jiu-jitsu and going to the gym and that, you're filling your time up with loads of new things that are good and happy and releasing positive vibes around you. And that counteracts the demons. So
and it's quite strange as well, because when obviously you went online looking for jiu-jitsu, and the first person that came up was Darren Clark, all right? And Darren, as we all know, Darren's one of the most positive jiu-jitsu black belts that I see online every day. Do you know what I mean? So does he kind of instill that positivity in you, or that motivation, or how does it work with Darren?
100 million %. I mean, before I met Darren, I mean, anybody in my community will tell you I'm a very highly driven boy, right? And very motivated. Once I set my mind on something, I'll achieve it. But when I met Darren at a very, very, very messed up time in my life, in my head, it was right after that happened. I mean, that happened to my mum in August and Gad's in January, and I was within Darren's classes by April or something. I mean, I was just trying to just defeat the demons and go and get new things in my life, and he was massive for me. I mean, massive, far more than my coach, because he wasn't a professor at the time. He was a no stripe. He didn't have any stripes on his brown belt at that time, actually. Broyle gave him a 3-in-1 go within about a year of me being there. But I spent a lot of time off the mats, because I've got family that live next to Darren. So I'm there quite a lot. So I spent a lot of time off the mats and that, and he knew what I was going through mentally and that. And he spent a lot of time on the texts and the voicemails and the phone calls. And he put a lot of time into me. I mean, a lot of people see me online, I win a lot of things about triangles and that, and jiu-jitsu and that, right? I mean, if you've known Dan from the start probably a lot longer than me, you'll know that was sort of like Dan's vibe when he was an early competitor. Dan was in that. I mean, anything that comes from me basically comes from my coaches. Do you know what I mean? Of course, I'm heart and my determination and my own will and skill to learn techniques and that, but your bank of knowledge comes from your coaches and your professors. So I would basically say, I always praise my coaches. I'd say my success in anything to do with jiu-jitsu or football, anything comes from the coaches. And Dan's spent God knows how many years with me. Val has been Val doesn't get enough credit. That's the thing. See, the things that Val does behind the scenes with his students is unbelievable. Right after classes, he'll drive his out doing an exercise for less and go and spend 3 hours with you if you're struggling with something, or if he thinks you're lacking something in your game or that, he's like, right, come on, come with me. You've got comps coming up in my day this week. Honestly, the bend over backwards for the other students. I can't praise Dan enough. I'm quite a spiritualist person. I believe everything happens for a reason. And I believe me and Dan were guiding each other's path. Because as we said, there was 3 things I could have clicked there when I went online. One of them was Dundee Club, one of them was Fife. You know what I mean? And I happened to go in the Fife end. The rest was history. And I see him as my brother now. I really do. I was daring from a death from 2 seconds. You can't probably got that feeling for lifestyle mates who went about me.
Yeah.
And that's the feeling I've got towards Darren now. He helped me defeat demons massively with his positivity, because I spent a lot of time reading him. He was massive on me with that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And you see that in your posts. I mean, some of your posts, as I said, you see Darren posting his positive posts and stuff like that, and I'd say you on a regular basis are exactly the same with a positive post as well. Do you know what I mean? So that's why, obviously, and you mentioned that there, you believe everything happens for a reason. So obviously, you two coming together was eventually going to happen, whether it happened back then or whether it happened now or whenever. It seemed like it was always going to happen.
Definitely, yeah, and I'm really thankful that it did happen, because basically jiu-jitsu helped save me. Do you know what I mean? Like, without having jiu-jitsu in them early days of that happening, I didn't know what I'd done with my time.
Yeah.
Training non-stop. I was travelling over the Fife every night. It was like 3-4 hour classes, travelling, competing everywhere.
Yeah.
And like Tiago fell over from Brazil and that, spending a month with them. It's just mind blowing.
Yeah. And
loads of knowledge as a white belt, kind of as a wee nest like white belt, and that, hanging around with these type of guys and learning from them every day. And, and you know what it does to you when you start jiu-jitsu? Wow.
Oh, it takes over. It takes over, definitely. Do you know
what I think about and want to do is just jiu-jitsu, and that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah. And then for you, I mean, when you first started jiu-jitsu, I know you obviously at the start, or earlier in the call, you said about rolling about with sweaty guys and stuff like that. What did you think, your first class or your first couple of classes where you were eventually maybe starting to roll with people or doing obviously the drills and all that, what was your initial thought that was going through your head?
Because I'm like a really strong-minded, confident person, I'm always like I'll go in there and just give them all. So there's no like any fear, but I was kind of nervous about rolling about with men and like things like that. Do you know what I mean? I just thought this is going to be awkward. Things like that, but I wasn't so bothered about walking about. Like some people worry about getting like their feet out and things like that. And I had a boy not wanting to come to jiu-jitsu because he worries about that. I'm like, mate, are you for real? Man, what are you doing? Go to the swimming baths or something? Be their trainers.
Yeah.
So it's like, but so no, it was just mainly but I was fine as soon as I went, and I didn't worry about it. I just got on about it. And I started with my mate who had done MMA for about 10 years, but he'd never trained for about 3 years or something. Yeah. So I kind of partnered up with him a lot when I first went. I felt kind of comfortable around him. And when it was good, it was dead 100 mile an hour when I first went to jiu-jitsu. Like very high pace, aggressively. Like I'm not like that now because I'm more experienced. You know what I mean? I'm a bit relaxed. Yeah. When I first started, it was always 100 mile an hour, woof. Yeah. But I think I kind of, without sounding vain, I kind of got pick up jiu-jitsu quite quick when I started. Yeah. I got quite good, quite early, quite early on, for 10 weeks for me to say, right, I want to compete right now and I'm going to win gold. Yeah. That was my mindset anyway.
Yeah. And then, so you've been training, how long have you been training now, Dan?
I started training in April 2017.
So what year?
So it was just over 2.5 years, just roughly about,
Yeah. And obviously your journey has been all through the competitions and all that. So as I said, you obviously I remember you posted, or Dan had posted about you winning when you won the British as a white belt. And how was that? I mean, obviously British. I mean, I won the IBJJF British as a blue belt, and obviously the feeling for me, man, that was. I'd only been a blue belt, I think, 6 months, and I'd won a number of competitions up to that point. I think I'd won about 4 or 5 golds up to that point, and then I remember going to the British, and I remember going there, and there was just thousands of people. Do you know what I mean?
See the feeling you get when you go up to it's like...
And I remember going in, and I remember having... coming up against the guy, and I've been talking to him in the bullpen. Like, my thing is... I don't get nervous. I've never ever been nervous for a competition. I turn up and I fucking wind people up and all that. See, when I'm fighting them and I find out who it is, I'm over and I'm giving I'm all mouth. I'm giving it fucking all the chat and all that. Do you know what I mean? And telling them what I'm going to do to them. And I'm telling them what I'm going to do, and I'm like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then I go out and I fucking do it. Right? So I came up against this guy and I beat him. and ended up winning the gold. And I remember being fucking
Oh, yeah.
over the moon, man, thinking this is
No wonder.
the best feeling ever. Do you know what I mean? So for you, I mean, when you went and obviously won the British as well, I mean, what was your feelings?
Well, it was good for me. Like, I start every year, I always write myself down about 10 or 15 goals that I need to achieve.
Yeah.
Right? There are big ones in that. And always some of them are to win the local Scottish titles, to be Scottish champions and that, at some of the tournaments, and then go on and win the British. So when I first started competing, I fought the British and got a silver.
Yeah.
In 2017, I'd only been doing it jiu-jitsu for a few months.
Yeah.
And then it bugged us, so kind of really bugged us. And then well, next year, I was like, I hope I get another chance to fight at that tournament again, and I'll win it next year, definitely.
Yeah.
So anyway, I competed through the whole year, won medals in that, silvers, golds, cleaned up the 70 kilogram division, moved up to 76, even though I was only weighing 69 or something, and started winning other golds at that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the British no-gi came up in December, alright, and I was wanting to do the Euros in Lisbon as well.
Yeah.
So all my friends all got promoted to blue belt. Who had started roughly jiu-jitsu the same time with. They all got promoted, but we were all the same stripe, do you know what I mean, all the way through?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they all got an extra stripe though, like one for Christmas or something. And I mean, it's only natural to feel how did I not get one? Do you know what I mean? If I've done something wrong or that, that's only human to feel that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I was the only competitor out of the whole squad, out of the 5 or something. But anyway, comes at Christmas, they all got their blue belt, and I went on to fight in the British still as a white belt. Yeah. In the no. And went down on my own, because it's Christmas time, 16th of December, man. You can't expect your coaches to be giving things up with their families and things like that, to be coming all the way down to Birmingham at that time of year. It's hard. So I had to travel down on my own. No coaches, no teammates, no mates, no anybody, just right down.
Yeah.
But I had been working on the rigs, like doing like probably about 30, 40 days on, whatever it was anyway. And I'd saved up some money in that, so I travelled down there. I've got a sister that lives in Leeds from my dad's side, like a half sister, and she's like, I'll meet you down there. So long story short, I just went down to my fight, and I had 3 fights, but my opponent, something happened to him in the warm up, so I got a bye. And so I had a couple of fights, but I got this African boy in the final and that, and she always said the other one didn't get nervous. I didn't get nervous either, right? Yeah. See, when I fight him, because this was like my biggest goal, wanted to win a British title. Yeah. Right? And I'd come on that way doing my aim and that, and he had about 20 of his teammates with him, no joke, right? And they had the same gear on, it was dead cool, had the same no-gi stuff on. And they were all like psyching him up, kind of like, no slapping him, but around him and saying stuff was going on. And see, just for a wee second, man, start like getting a wee bit of sweat on, Ken. And I was like, how am I feeling like this, man? That's only me and him on the mats, fuck this. Like that. So that was it, just switched off as soon as it went on, as the fight went on. I was kicking that blowing fight me. He was tat, do you know what? And there was no way he was taking me down. Yeah, yeah. Got quite a good takedown on him. And it was dominating, but it wasn't a great fight, mate. I wouldn't have sit here and even try and glorify the fight. But to get myself to the final and win it was a massive deal, mate. It was massive. Like, I was so happy. Like, it didn't really hit us till it was Devon Bar my end, it's about 8 hour drive. Yeah. Music on, just sitting thinking about my mum and I, kind of just like, yes, man. You can't help but shout out in the car on your end, Ken. Yeah. So it was massive for us, it really was. Yeah. And that was a no-gi into Ken's, like, great. Because I'm, like, sort of when I'm a golds in gi. Ken, I still win medals in no-gi, but I'd probably say I'm a better gi fighter than no-gi fighter. And, so that was a great feeling, but when I won my second British title a couple of months later, is that right to talk about that now, or were you going into that?
Yeah, no, mate, you fire in,
so that was in December, like, so that was a good, like, Christmas present to win that. Yeah. And it was good for my community, and see, when I win stuff, my community are dead supportive, I do posts about you, like, they're coming to you in the street, they're always, like, around you and saying shit, my community's a really supportive community, like, not just for me, like, towards anybody, in general, fair there. Yeah. And, it's like it gives the whole community a lift, it really, really does. Yeah, yeah. And then I went in May to fight for a gi, where I got the silver the year before. Yeah. And Same thing happened again. I had to go down on my own. Darren was on holiday with his family. He just had a new young baby and that.
Yeah.
And they went away on their first family holiday together.
Mm-hmm.
So Darren happily just didn't. He flew back into the UK the next day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the day after I fought, so he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Well, I done the same thing again. Jumped in a car, drove down on my own. No teammates, nobody, just went down.
Yeah.
Had 3 fights this time. It was.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, I was like, to the official, am I allowed to do a flying triangle? Like, because I pulled him off in training and that. He's like, no, you're a white belt, you'll get disqualified for that. It's like pulling guard, he said.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I jumped in guard, sorry. And I was like, okay then, I says, but I'll tell you this. But I wasn't being arrogant at that, because I'm not arrogant. I just confidently, I was like, I'll tell you this, I guarantee you I'll win all these fights under a minute by triangle.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Yeah.
And I went out and that's what I done. I won both of them. One was the semi-final one was like 35 seconds or something.
Yeah.
And final one was like 42 seconds or that. And I remember when it happened and the ref just went, roll like that. Oh, what a feeling. I don't know, like to shout or that, kind of like being disrespectful to your opponent when you win.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help it. Emotions got the better of us, and I was like, fucking yes.
Yeah.
That was my final icing on the cake to be a Gee British champion at every. Like, I want to be a British champion, Scottish champion at every belt.
Yeah.
I want to be European champion as well, but that was the main age. And what a feeling! It was just, it was insane to finish. I knew I'd finished my white belt chapter, my white belt story as a British champion in both gi and no gi.
Yeah.
Right on the box, achieved armour goals.
Yeah.
Goals, won medals at 70 kilograms, 76 kilogram,
Mm-hmm.
And then I went away and won 2 British titles in gi and no gi.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had fought at the Euros in the January, I was confident I could have medalled up. Like that would have been nice on the cake, but 3 weeks after Christmas, when you've got a young family and that, it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah. And how was what was your emotions? Obviously, you've won. Obviously, the 2 British. What was your emotions? Certainly on that second one, where obviously you'd won silver the year before, and then now you've won the gold, and obviously did it in spectacular fashion as well. Do you know what I mean? So, what was your emotions like?
Oh, really, really emotional. Like I was fired right. I mean, I'm a type of guy that sticks Braveheart tunes and that on it just as he's crossing the border in the car.
Yeah.
All blast, like that exact same point when you just cross the border in England. That's the type of guy I am. I mean, like, I go in a pure war mode, like savage mode in my mind, and I'm just tunnel vision. I'm like non-stopping me.
Yeah.
Like nothing. Like you can put the English army in front of me or whatever country's army I'm going into. You're no stopping us from getting this. It's just happening. And I look. I see when I get on them mats and I say to them, I talk to my opponent something today, like, Ken, it's like, you're not going to hurt me, mate. There's nothing you could do here, Ken. Like, you're fighting a guy that gets up every day and has to defeat demons in his mind just to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing a human being could do to me to hurt me or stop me. Like, I didn't fear anything, if you know what I mean. But not in an arrogant way.
Yeah.
It's just because of my life experiences, what's happened has made us this way.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm tunnel vision with stuff. I've got nothing to fear. Get in that car and go down your end. So what if you not got any mates with you? You'll get that goal. Get down there. This is your path in life. Nobody else's. Yours, go. That's the type of guy I am, and that's what I do. I visualise it, I speak it, I call it, and I do it. Because I always go on my social media and call it and say, I want to go down here and bring goal back.
Yeah.
Not many guys are going to do that in case it fucks up, you know what I mean, and falls back on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a thing with that. A lot of people can mistake that for arrogance, you know what I mean? But I'm not an arrogant person in the slightest, man. It's our confidence in me. Everything is confidence in my own ability, confidence in my team around us, confidence in my mindset and who I am. And and sometimes you fall up short. But I'll tell you, I'll always give my all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know yourself being a competitor, man. Sometimes you're fighting 5 fights in one division or 7 in another. Like, it's hard getting the lactic acid in that you get in your muscles and that are insane.
Yeah. I mean, I used to, my prep for a competition was always, I would wake up every day, and again, it's not an arrogance thing, it was, again, a confidence thing, and I would wake up every day and I'd look in the mirror and I would tell myself, you're the king, do you know what I mean? You're the king. And this would go on for, maybe you'd be 6 weeks out, and every day I would wake up and I would tell all the guys in my gym as well that I'm the king. Do you know what I mean? And whenever you were preparing for a comp, the guys in the gym, some of the guys in the gym would be the same. Like, there's the king. The king's coming in the gym. Do you know what I mean?
Boosting your confidence,
And,
man. That's what's about.
yeah, and then
Like,
as soon as you get that comp, you're like, fuck, here we go, man. And I'm jumping about, mate. Like, you see me if you ever see me in a comp, I'm jumping about like a Wayne. You've just gave a Wayne with ADHD a can of Red Bull. Do you know what I mean? And I'm fucking buzzing for it, man. And I'm a super heavyweight, so the guys I fight are all fucking 6 feet plus, big guys. Do you know what I mean? And when I walk in and they see me 5'5", do you know what I mean? They're looking, thinking, shit, and I'm telling them, listen, you're never taking me down. Do you know what I mean? You're never taking me down. The best thing you're better doing is pulling guard. But when you pull guard, I'm passing you, right? And this is what I'm doing. And I go out and I do it. Do you know what I mean? And it's funny because we went to, I can't remember, we were at a comp a couple of years ago. It was the London Open. It was the first time I'd fought under Marcus Nardini. And Marcos came down, and I remember getting to the hotel and I knew who I was fighting, right? It was a guy I knew throughout the years that had came up. I'd never fought the guy, and I was always like, I want to fight this guy because he's a big guy, looks like Jimmy Neal. Do you know what I mean? So,
I look for boys to fight, and I am like that. CMD and maybe hot shots of that kicking about. I'll go at 10 cut weight or I'd wait to get in their division to fight them.
Yeah, so I fought this guy, and I remember going to the hotel, and I remember seeing the guy's car, right, at 7:30 in the morning. I was up 7:30 in the morning, pacing about the room, and I wasn't fighting until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I remember going outside with one of the other guys, and I was like, Peter, there's that guy's motor. He says, come on, take pictures with me beside the guy's car. So I was taking pictures and I was sending it to the guy at 7:30 in the morning on Facebook Messenger. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, mate, I'm in the car park, I'm waiting. Do you know what I mean? And this went on all day, and I remember getting to the venue and the guy was pissed off. Do you know what I mean? He was like to me, Stuart, I spent 20 minutes looking over my car thinking you'd done something to it. And I was like, mate, I'm not a vandal. Do you know what I mean? So, he was pissed, man. His whole team, there must have been about 10 or 15 of his team. And there was me, one of my teammates, Peter, and there was Marcos Nardini. And we were all standing there and they were all shouting over, pointing and all like that, dead angry. And Marcos, I remember Marcos saying to me, right, Stuart, you've got him. Now go out and get the fucking gold. And I went out and I beat the guy. Do you know what I mean? And I was like that. And it was all about mind games. And I'm a big believer that if you get angry, if you get somebody angry, anger's an emotion, right? And you can't fight with certain types of emotion. Do you know what I mean?
Anger is the enemy, do that. Yeah. That's irrational. Things of character.
Yeah, so you couldn't fight, and then so I'm the same, man. I mean, it's quite funny you mentioned about you used to travel to, or you're traveling to comps yourself, because again I did that for my first 6 or 7 comps where I would just turn up and I would go and I would win gold and I'd come back and you're a hero. Do you know what I mean?
See on that enough, because I'd like to give my mate a shout out here, because see on that same day, man, when I went down to the British, right, there's another boy. Can you see other boys online doing well? Yeah. Well, there was another boy for Montrose, but he trains in Dundee, right? And he was cleaning his whole divisions up, right? His name's Patrick Rowan. Yeah. Right? And he was cleaning his whole divisions up. So we're kind of like complimenting each other on posts and that. Ken, well done, champ. Ken, keep it up and Ken. And so when I went down to go and fight for that British title, I sees him sitting on the mats, right? With no coaches, nobody, and he's sitting there looking a wee bit nervous, right? I'm like, sick. Here's me just sitting listening to Braveheart tunes and the beats, kind of up, ready to go right to war with anybody. Yeah. I was alright, Barra, how are you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, good. He's like, I'm a wee bit nervous, and I was like, what? Yeah. I was like, I'm going to tell you something now, man. I'm like, you're about a kind of 4-time Scottish champion. I was like, you savage the absolutes every time you compete. I was like, you've got none to fear. I was like, your division will be able to look at the brackets and notice you've come all the way from Scotland on your own. They'll see your record on SmoothCom. I was like, they're flapping to fight you, mate. I was like, you're going to get that Scottish warrior mindset in you right now. And remember why you are. Remember that you crossed the border on your own to come and fight them. Right, that's a psychological battle straight away won. Yeah. He turned right up. He went along savage his whole division, as I knew he would anyway. Right, ever 6 really hard fights. And he done it, and right, and he claimed he's got his British title. But see, that day, that's me and him became great mates. Right, He fought for an academy. And he got his blue belt when he went home. I got my blue belt when I went home. we signed up for about 10 competitions together, right? And started going competing with each other straight away at blue. We've done about 5 comps already. Only got our blue belt in May.
Yeah.
He's ended up joining Gracie Barra and coming to fight for us because we're a comp team. Because he wants people to go in competitions with.
Yeah.
And that's what he says. He got a news article done on him as well, and he gave me a big shout out online saying, like, I need to say this, it wasn't for Darren Ferguson coming out and basically installing that mindset in me. You know what I mean? Before it, he went, I don't know what I've got through the day, type of him.
Aye.
That's why it's so important about the mindset always being active and being on the ball with things, Ken.
Yeah. And that's a lot of people.
Positive stuff and quotes and videos and what you listen to, Ken, before you go on a battle, and that's affecting your mindset.
Aye. And a lot of people do get it mistaken. And you mentioned this again you've mentioned this a few times, but arrogance and confidence, they're very, very similar, right? They are very similar.
Very similar. It's worse to get picked up as an arrogant person.
Yeah. And then obviously you again, you mentioned you're a scaffolder, so I take it the scaffolding for you, that helps you as part of your training then.
Strength and conditioning really is it. I've actually got 5 trades. You know what I mean? So I jump between them, but scaffolding and my personal training is my main 2 out of the 5.
Yeah.
I do. The rest are off on the oil rigs. Scaffolding, just, I mean, you can yourself, like, if you've been on the site, it's non-stop.
Yeah.
You're just either erecting things up or dismantling, throwing on about a day. So your body's totally knackered.
Yeah.
Really. And you go and do a 2 or 3 hour session. Pardon me, the gym. So I just did was all jiu-jitsu. I do like boxing and that. I'm into MMA now because I want to go into my MMA debut. So jumping through to fight and that and doing some classes and that. At Braveheart MMA, I've been doing it for the last month.
Yeah.
And they've been dead welcoming that, really welcomed us. Stevie's been great with us. Although I'm a member of Gracie Barra for no jiu-jitsu, he's still welcomed us to come and train in his gym and that, which was really good of him.
Yeah.
And I was going to Skyax in Dundee as well, kickboxing. That's in the best kickboxing gyms in the whole of the UK, or probably even further. They've got like something like 28 world champions or something. It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, professional boxers there and that, and they're great people, same as well. Totally welcome. You open arms. They know I come from a different martial art. They're putting like young champions we used to help us with my striking and with my legs. And good vibe after you sticks together and helps each other in the city. It's good to see. Yeah.
That's one thing about Dundee. I mean, I noticed that Dundee's like that though, do you know what I mean? Obviously being a Dundee boy, if you did well for your community, and again you mentioned this about your community, Lochee, obviously a big place, man. I remember you guys when years ago when you used to hear about the Lochee boys fighting with Curtin or whoever, and the Lochee boys used to turn up with hundreds of people. Do you know what I mean? So and it was always good. I mean, for even like when I was younger, if you did anything good in the community, everybody in the community, it was a buzz for the community, as you say.
Without doubt. I mean, you see that we've got a lot of combat sports fighters that are brilliant, like Paul Keane and Scott Malone and all them boys, Ken. And the cities and that are right behind them. Like Scott's obviously in MMA, you'll ken Scott. Paul Keane's in boxing. Got likes of Lonnie Clark and Hannah Brady there.
Yeah.
I mean, Mikey Towell were without a doubt being a world champion. Did you hear kind of about Mikey Towell?
Yeah.
Mikey was an absolute savage. I mean, I trained with Mikey at Lochee Boys Club. He's the real people's champ. I mean, I didn't give a fuck. Every single person in Dundee went on to win multiple world titles, man. Mikey Towell will always be the main champ in Dundee. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was a shame, man. It was a shame what happened to the boy.
Dead. But I mean, the city rallied right round his family and dead supportive, and that was great to see, Ken. That's why I mentioned him there, because I remember that happening, Ken, how supportive the city was.
Yeah.
The combat sport fighters that are still doing now can have these sports each other, and they help each other. Now we are training together as well. Do you get what I mean? Although we come from martial arts and that, we're all in the same gyms together, and motivating each other, and helping each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I train with my mate Kev Loban every day. Kev's professional MMA fighter. He's what I fight. Keir Harvey for higher level.
Yeah.
At combat, Ken. So me and Kev have just been, we push each other to the absolute limits. Honestly, it was like a pure competition. Everything we do.
Yeah.
Like we're really, but it's good because it brings out the best in Wick, and there's no room for weakness when we're training with each other.
Yeah.
Whether it be boxing or MMA or jits, or even just on the track or the swimming, anything, but just let's go, Ken. He doesn't want to lose to me, and I don't want to lose to him. wars, Ken, there's black airs, there's blood, even jits, Ken, like, it's mayhem, absolute mayhem. It's good. Compare, men need that type of roles, they need that.
Yeah.
Advice with him, he needs that enough for his MMA stuff, so it's good. You got the right people around us motivating us and pushing us, and I feel absolutely blessed, mate. I really do. I feel, although times can be hard mentally, I feel really blessed to hear the people around us that I do.
Yeah.
Really doing a good feel of, I mean, I couldn't even tell how grateful I am to jiu-jitsu in my life and Darren and that, like, it's insane, it's good.
Obviously, you're a grafter, as we mentioned scaffolding and the other jobs you're doing, so how do you, because it's tough, I mean, the jobs you do are tough jobs, do you know what I mean? And as you said, it's very, very tolling on the body. So how do you go from doing maybe a 10-hour shift, or 8, 9, 10-hour shift on the scaffolding, to then going and driving to Gracie Barra fight for whatever, and then spending 2-3 hours on the mats?
I stare at myself in the mirror when I'm driving through, asking the same questions. Damn, how the hell are you getting yourself through this, laddie? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you how I do it, mate. The fear of standing still. Fear of just drifting in life, and just being a drifter. Like, a lot of people live, but they didn't really live. They get up, they have their breakfast, they go to work, they come home, they get bathed, they get their tea, put the bairns to bed, they go to sleep. Repeat. See, to me, without any disrespect to anybody, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, my soul wasn't born for that, do you know what I mean? Like, me out of life, do you know what I mean? Like, if I've got to go to work 10 hours a day, I need to go and get me time after that then, do you know what I mean? It can't be just sitting doing nothing, I need to do something. I always feel like I'm not doing enough, if you know what I mean? I'm still going to jump into other martial arts and just like add new things into my life. And so the fear of just like letting life go past us. I mean, the next minute you're 40, the next minute you're 50 or whatever, or you're unlucky, you might not get to live to that age, and then you've not done anything that you want to do in life. Like, I think that's why I achieved that so shortly and so quickly, because after that happened with my mum and Gadget and that, I'd had loads of goals I made, but just never really got around to pushing myself to achieve them. And then just because I knew that life got cut short for them, when they didn't want that cut short, basically, do you know what I mean? And that could easily be me or anybody. And so I was like, right, I need to get my finger out, I really need to go now. That's one on a mission to achieve every single thing that I want to achieve. And I've got massive goals, Ken. This is just the beginner. Like, this is, I mean, I've already become Scottish champion, British champion. I'm at a fight in the Euros in Wolverhampton at the end of this month. I'm actually taking a full month off work. Going to every single day, like my first training partner, Kenny Ratty. I'm not kidding, but this guy is like pure, like a rocket, like just, he's the fattest human being in the world. He's up the house, camps up the house, trains for 4 days on his own, swims in the sea, miles in the sea, comes back, like, just, it's outdoor training for him, mate, like old school stuff, Like, pure, totally conditioned, and see the way his mindset is and that, like, that's, you need to get back to that. Kind of not being around positive people like that to become positive. You're like him, kind of like, you're on a 20-mile run with him, you're not stopping, like, and he'll be on his knees screaming at you to get up to go. You need training camps, Ken, and then need to go back to my roots, Ken. Listen, so I've taken a month off work, I'm going to train with him every day. We're actually in the sea the morning at 7:30. Done the swear down, and we'll go back to Sidlaws, and he's really doing like 4-mile run up, 4-mile down, deals with pad, that gets to the top, and just outdoor nature, enjoy it, get the training done in the outdoors. Get back in the afternoon in my academy at night, so I'll be back to 3 sessions a day, and in the morning with Kenny, and in the afternoon with myself, and then in my academies at night time.
So it's a proper training regime that you've got then. And
just a professional fighter would do, mate, at least in the morning and go to work and then train after work. And if you're a scaffolder, that's kind of like a training session anyway. Getting 3 sessions in a day. Basically.
And then you mentioned you're a family man as well, so you've got a family and stuff like that as well. What, you got kids, Yeah,
I've got a wee boy. He's 11-year-old. And I've been with his mum for, like, his mum was my mate for scale, kind of like first year. But we weren't a couple of that, we were just best mates for years and years and years. And then when we were 20-year-old, we ended up becoming a couple. And I had a wee kid like a year later, 2 years later. So I've been with his mum for 13 years. And my wee boy's 11, he's my whole world.
And obviously
I've got much a big family again, so.
And he does karate, you see, yeah, he's still doing karate.
Did at the start, I done it for about 3 years or something. He got up to about his orange belt or something, green belt, that. And then he was just getting into the age where he wanted to start playing football and that. But he started doing jiu-jitsu at that time as well. Yeah. So he backed off. They were trying to force him to go in the end, and he just wasn't where he wanted to go anymore. So I was gutted he left because he was really good at it. But he started doing jiu-jitsu with me down in Dundee, and he started playing football for the football team. So, which I'm the coach of his football team as well. So, changing me 3 nights a week with the football, and he was training me 2 nights a week at jiu-jitsu, and he was also training me once at the boxing as well. Right. So he's very, very active for a young lad. He was basically living the same lifestyle as me. Yeah. Well, he basically come to my boxing club with me, he was coming to jiu-jitsu with me, and I was football coach. So whatever I was doing, basically, he was doing. The only time I was when he's at school and I'm at work. Yeah. Really, kind of do a lot together. But I'm kind of hard on him a wee bit, because his dad like to try and push him to the limits. Yeah. I'm kind of that way, and it's like, I can give him a break sometimes, maybe he doesn't want to come to training at the time, or... Aye. I don't know, so I'd never force him to go, you know what I mean? If he didn't want to go, I wouldn't have forced him to. Loves his football and that, and then there was no many bairns at the Dundee class. My dad's rents a hall for us in Dundee. So when the bairns kind of stopped going, as he started fanning out, because there was only adults. No, it's fair getting adults to roll with your 11-year-old bairn. You're choking for your jiu-jitsu session, you've got to roll with your young lad. Yeah. But Darren's got open academy in Dundee and that, so when he does, there'll be kids classes on that, so can't wait to get him back into that full time. Yeah. It's good as well. I mean, the kids, man, see, and again, I've been to, remember my boy when he was doing jiu-jitsu, he was playing football, the same, played it up till he was about 15, and then he decided he wanted to do MMA. So he went to, obviously, the GB gym in Glasgow. They were doing MMA classes temporarily, and he got into jiu-jitsu, and he ended up going on. He was like 16, and he went and became the UK #1 junior, and won the British, and did absolutely brilliant. But now he's 21, 22, and he's got a back problem where he can't train jiu-jitsu just now because he's not been able to train jiu-jitsu for about a year. So he's got his life long and then get it took away from him. Yeah, so he's back into his football now. So he's playing with a team now. So he's doing all right, man. Doing all right in the football. Do you know what I mean? So can I ask you a question? How did you feel as a father when you had to watch your son competing in combat sports? Do you know, I was, see, because I did it, right, because obviously I was a jiu-jitsu guy, but obviously being a parent standing at the side, I knew his ability, right, so I was confident that he wasn't going to get hurt, right, because obviously as kids, whenever they rack on, they put on an arm bar or they put on a submission, it gets stopped straight away, right, but when he was 16, obviously I watched him, and I'm watching, I was more nervous than he was, do you know what I mean? So this is, and again, I don't get nervous for me, but I was getting nervous for him, but at the same time, I was confident in his abilities, and as I said, he went out that day, he done a stupid thing before it. I mean, him and his pal, who trained together, came up together, still train together and all that, they decided one was going to go in the, and I'm trying to think what the divisions were. One was going in the under 82, and one was going in under 88, right? So it was agreed that his pal was going to go in the under 82, and he was going to go in the under 88. But the day before, his pal's like, I'm not making weight. So my boy's like, well, I'm sitting at 84 now, so I'll cut the weight. Now he's 17, I think he was 16, 17-year-old at the time. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, well, there's no point in cutting weight, just go in, whatever weight you are, go in the division. But he decided no, he would cut weight, so he, all day in the competition, and unfortunately with the competition he was in, the British, they weighed you in just as you stepped on the mat, right? Yeah. So it's not like the British, yeah.
Aye, so some comps you weigh in the morning, like the Scottish grappling comps, you weigh in the morning and then you're all right, you can go and get something to eat or rehydrate yourself or whatever. So they weighed him in and, they weighed him in before, but by the time he got to the fight, it was like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So he hadn't eaten all day, he hadn't drunk anything all day, and
levels.
aye, and he just did it stupidly, and I ended up saying, right, do you know what? Fuck that. You're not doing that, man. I'm going to go and get you something to eat. So I went away and got him something to eat. Got him some chicken, some vegetable, like lettuce and whatnot, some salad stuff, and aye, and he went and he made weight, and he went on and he fucking smashed his division. Do you know what I mean? He run through everybody in the division, and then he went into the absolute, and he run through everybody in the absolute. And then he got to the final, and at that time you were allowed to jump guard as a white belt kid or whatever, right? And he got told by one of the coaches before he went, the best thing to do is to jump guard, and then what you can do is you can work for there. Do you know what I mean? The guy will end up taking you down, and then you can work to an arm bar or triangle, whatever. So he jumped guard, the guy stood back and he fell, and because he was exhausted, he ended up knocking himself out, like for seconds, right? But the referee stopped it. So that, for me as a parent, do you know what I mean? It's nervous, do you know what I mean? But as I say, at the same time, I know what the sport's like. I know how like some of the referees and all that, how quickly they're jumping in and stuff like that.
They're right on the ball, refs and that. Even me adults in that, you know, it's right on the ball. Yeah. I mean, did you know what happened to me down in Manchester the other month?
No.
Like, I was completely. I'd normally do like 2 competitions a month in Parak. So it goes away doing fights in the All Stars and long story short, I'm dead respectful to referees at all times, and I always will be, because first and foremost, these boys have got more knowledge than me. Do you know what I mean? I'm just new to this, so. But I felt I was kind of hard done by a wee bit. The first fight I fought like this Brazilian champion boy, and we were fighting in that, and I had about 17 seconds on the clock. He was just holding us down in side control most of the time. Yeah. But I had him in a cross collar choke, had the gi wrapped around his neck, right? I had my hand in, I wasn't applying the pressure. So I waited till it went to the last 10 seconds. I had like 10 seconds burst on us. So I put it on, flipped my whole body round, managed to throw him round, right? Gets to like 5 seconds, puts my knee on his face, pulling it. And he was just, I knew he would have tapped about 2 seconds to go. The referee's like, stop, too close to the mat, right? Makes me go back into the centre of the mat. And thinks, he's what I'm at, go doing again. I've got 3 seconds on the clock. I'm not going to be able to play this finish now. Ref back. The ref made me stand up, start me standing up, and gave me 2 points for a submission attempt. Right. Never heard of that in my life. Never heard of anybody getting points for a submission attempt in my life, right? So anyway, that was it. I guess B11-4 on points or something. So I was absolutely devastated with the referee's decision, right? Yeah. Goes into a bronze medal match against another boy right after it. Starts fighting. Boy tries to flip as he's doing the flip as it lands on his back, right? Kind of starts climbing up it close to the mat, edge of the mat. So I'm either about to get my points for going his back, or I'm going to go for the rear naked choke if I get into his back. He goes like this with his own body and just jerks me right over, right? And my head smashes clean off the floor, off the mats, right? Now you hear it, like it echoes over the whole hall on video, right? No, the boy definitely meant it. If you watch the video back, and I'm sorry, I'm saying he definitely meant it. In my own opinion, I think he meant it, right? Yeah. So he smashed me head off the mat and that, and I'm sitting, and the medics come over and the referees, I mean, they were right on the ball, they were straight over to us, right? Yeah. And they were asking how I was like, I'm fine, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, right, you can't continue. And I was like, what? He's like, you're not allowed to continue, sadly, because that was a head knock. Yeah. Like, nothing wrong me, I'm fine to fight, and like, they don't understand, man. I've just trained like for about a month for this tournament. I spent loads of money on hotels and travel and doing all that, or my sponsors did, because I was sponsored for a couple of months. Yeah. They've paid all that money for us to go down and do that, like for what? To stop the fight. And they went away and raised his hand. He got the win for it. And I was, how could that be possible? Yeah. He smashed my head off the ground, off the mats, and I lost the fight for that. Yeah. So do I just go and carry all my opponents to the edge of the mat then and bang the head off the ground and I'll just win loads of goals? Yeah. I was absolutely heartbroken, honestly. I was devastated. It was like, I just felt like I had 2 bad referee decisions that day. Yeah. travelled all that way and that. I was just gutted, mate. I was so devastated. When I got home and watched the video and heard the noise, like, wow, that referee and that medic was 100,000,000% right. They were well within their rights to stop that fight there and then. So because of that, so you noticed how quickly they were on the ball for like your health and safety and that. Because I was pleading with them, Ken, like. They could have maybe built to that and just says, look, you see these are let them continue. But they were more concerned about my health and that, which shows credit to them.
I mean, that's one thing. Our referee as well, I do the Scottish grappling comps.
The referee, that's why I was mentioning that there.
And then it is, I mean, it's a difficult thing because for me as a competitor, I want to let things go on, right? So even when, and there's been times where, let's say, for instance, it's been a wee slam, right? And obviously a slam, it's the end of the fight, that's it, there's meant to be a disqualification. But I'm like, and I look at the both opponents, right? And you can judge, you can tell what's a big slam, like Rampage Jackson type slam. Do you know what I mean? Now, obviously if that, then it's the end of the fight. But if it's only like, let's say, for instance, you jump guard and then the person drops down with you, right? And you hit the ground. But obviously the rules are, that's a slam, it's the end of the fight. So I kind of look at both competitors. I'm like, to the person on the bottom, are you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Are you all right? I'm all right. Right. You just want to keep fighting? Because at the end of the day, for me, as a competitor as well, I don't want, do you know what I mean, to be the one to have to disqualify you. If it's fucking something that you've actually done, then I'm like, do you know what? It's a disqualification. So,
you ask any competitor though, I don't think any true competitor wants to win a fight by DQ.
Yeah.
They want their hand raised for either their hard working points or their own submission. I mean, you in the hard rounds you go through in the gym for your competition, like you want a style like Ken Eddie. I'm an absolute submission fighter. I don't give a monkeys if MDs are 30-0 up on points. Something like that. I will triangle choke him clean out at any given point. You just need 5 seconds. Give me that gap when it's there.
Aye.
Always compete like that.
Yeah. And then what about your, obviously we know about your son, but what does your missus feel? What's her thoughts on what you're doing? Obviously she's 100% behind you, but what's her thoughts when you're going away to travelling to like competitions and putting in all this hundreds of training and all that?
What, like, things didn't even acknowledge. I know they acknowledge it, didn't even realise how much time you're spending away. You know what I mean? Like, she's been in missus, she's dead supportive from day one. I mean, like, I've lived a very active lifestyle. Like, at 20, like, my mates were in rock and roll bands that made it kind of #1 albums and that. I used to go with them on the tour bus all over the UK and a lot of big gigs and festivals. Same loads of Celtic games all over the place, Celtic all over Europe. No, I mean, she's kind of like, she's cool that way, Ken. If you're going to work and coming home and being a family man and being a good father and things like that. And she's never stressed me with things like that, mate. I hear loads of my mates getting griefing on about a lot of things, can't go out for a beer or... Never ever been any of them mates to go, for fuck's sake, you are training again. Max, I'm a vegan, mate. I like 3-pack, I'm a meals. Just highly motivated. She's obviously kind of yourself, man. If you're trying to make things in life, a successful guy's normally got a good woman behind him, do you know what I mean? That's helped him. Good mate, them that have always been there for him, and a good team that's pushed him, Ken. It's never individually, so I would take her obviously massive credit throughout my whole life, do you know what I mean? My adult life at being here and growing up and doing sports because she, as I say, she can make my life hard that way, you know what I mean? She allows me freedom to go and chase my goals and that kind of, and she could see the results and wanting to come back for things and that. And so obviously Matt's she's dead supportive of you.
You do what a lot of guys, and this is I don't know if you do it as well, right? But I remember when I first, I mean the big one was the British. When I won the British, I used to sit on the couch with a medal on, right? And I'd be saying to her and all that, and other guys have said they've done the same thing as well, but I'd say to the missus, how do you feel? She's well, feel about what? I'm like, your man's a British champion. So, and you'd be sitting on the couch with a medal and you'd be like, do you want to make the British champion a cup of tea, or do you want to do this?
Would be a fucking hilarious if I've not said that, but I've said it to my son, like, I've said it to my young lad, it's something to be proud about, Ken. So you should, because that's a massive thing. Because sometimes you get the medal after that day, it goes on the wah, and you just go back to your next adventure.
Yeah.
And you didn't know. My best mate Peter says to me at the time, he's like, Dan, he's like, I didn't think you actually acknowledge what you've done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they come in my house, I've got like 18 medals, something out of whack, and I've only been competing for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And they're like, Ken, that's huge. You didn't acknowledge it because you're always on your next adventure, your next journey. Ken, sit down and relax for a bit.
Yeah.
Think about it. You know what's the community? My community got a massive lift. See when I won that British title, mate, I drove him, right, in the car. Now, that was my final goal for my mum and dad. You know what I mean? So when I done it, the emotions in me were pure sky high, mate. Like really sky high in that journey, him on my end. And so my best mate B's on that. When I got back, man, I looked on my phone, Ken, it was like 382 messages. Right, we about God knows how many, like, Ken, because I just joined Facebook not that long before that, Ken, I've never been on it.
Yeah.
Something like 600 odd fucking different, like, Ken, on the one post, like, and the new, I posted and the new 70 kilo jammy or whatever it was, Ken.
Yeah.
Mate, see that amount of messages, like 382 people are sitting down their day going fucking buzzing for you.
Yeah.
There's 680 on that, so probably like 1,000 people on one fucking post.
Yeah.
And obviously, majority of half of my community got a massive lift with it. Like when I went back into the boozers and that, Ken, after that, it was just like every single person going on about that.
Did you go into the boozer with the medal on?
Well, first thing I did, mate, right, I drove into my own community because, like, I've got a massive thing about being on the soil where I was with my mum and dad, Ken, my house, my childhood home has been knocked down now, but there's still shops built on it. Yeah. And it's bang on my history where I'm from. History. So by the time I got back from Barra, it was probably 3 in the morning, mate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just lay there with a bit of music on the car. Get out, sit on our benches where I've got in the history where I lived and just tack it on and just wow. Yeah. And that's what I've done. 4 in the morning, sat there, fucking just basically, as I say, I'm quite a spiritual person, Ken. Just think about my mum, just took it on and thought, wow, this medal could have been going back anywhere in England, Wales, Ireland, fucking, it's coming back to my community. Yeah. And my community produces a lot of fucking successful people, man. I mean, like, we've got British, European, Commonwealth champions at boxing, female hockey boys club boxing. Yeah. We've got rock and roll laddies who are community that market rock and roll and right, pure #1 albums, played Tina Parks, Glastonbury's, everyone. We've got fucking professional football players market at Celtic, United Hawar, politicians like George Galway, and I'm like, we've seen my community honestly produces characters, like it really does. Yeah. And we're a big community, like, we're active in a lot of things, so it's good. We support each other. Give Abdi a lift. We've got another champion and something else now. Yeah. And we're producing more champions, and that's the goal and that for me as well. Like, I can't wait to help that. You know what I mean? We may not be a blue belt, eligible now to become an instructor. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I just can't wait to Darren Oakey's academy and that, and I could grow on it over the years and become a purple belt and so on and things like that and help. Yeah. You know what I mean? Grow jiu-jitsu within my community as well. I can't wait. Yeah. We have a young team, just Abdi, MD in general. I want to help grow that in my community. I want people to experience a feeling that I experienced. Yeah.
And what's your goal? I know you've got wee goals, all right. Yeah. But what's your big goal? So I know obviously for all jiu-jitsu guys, the main goal for everybody is to get to the black belt, right? Yeah. We're all going to, if we stick at it, we're all going to get there. But for you, what's your, whether it be competition or through your training or whatever, what's your main goal?
In jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Well, like you highlighted, the black belt's obviously everyone's main goal. Yeah. And I could hand on heart say I will 1,000,000% be a black belt under Professor Darren Clark at one stage of my life. Like, I don't give up on things, Ken, so that will happen, that day will come. Yeah. Biggest goal is I want to be Scottish, British, European champion at every single belt. Yeah. What else? I would love to be an instructor under Darren within the academy in Dundee to help grow just training, coaching in general. I'm a football coach, I help with the boxing, coaching. I just like coaching in general. So I always knew when I got into jiu-jitsu when the right time came and I was educated enough to be able to be in that position. I would like to do it. So yeah, and then I've always planned to move abroad as well, mate. I'd like to move to Spain one day.
Yeah, yeah.
But says like when my son had left high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say maybe when I'm mid 40 or something.
Yeah.
So I'd like to have if that was the case and I did move away somewhere when I was like in my 40s and that, I would like to have my own academy as well, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But not until I was like, obviously, brown belt when I was 40, that's like another 7 years from now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Probably be a brown belt by then or something. No fun. So, but that's not 100%. You never know how life's going to play out, do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
I just want to be around the gym. It's not even as my academy. I don't care if it's what it is. As long as I'm in an academy around positive people training and learning jiu-jitsu and that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my goal. Yeah, just to keep enjoying it and keep competing all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Travel to as many cities as I possibly can. See as many new countries as I possibly can.
Yeah, yeah.
Meet as many new people as I possibly can. Mm-hmm. Just one big adventure. Life's one big adventure, and so is jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Like I always, as I mentioned, with mates rock and roll band and that, kind of got that experience of travelling around places. Yeah. It was good. I always craved that lifestyle again. It was like, I missed that. Yeah. I missed that deal. And jiu-jitsu gives me that opportunity to go and do that. Mm-hmm. It allows me to travel to different cities and experience that. I love that about jiu-jitsu as well. Can be a competitor.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you think? What do you think?
Tournaments in Holland, Spain, France, America. So.
And what do you think about, obviously, because again, the big thing that I got from jiu-jitsu when I started was, and then I was going to competitions and stuff like that, was the community, right? Now, it's not like other, I don't know, well, again, it's not like a lot of martial arts that you see, whereas jiu-jitsu is, as I say, it's one big community. They always talk about the family, right? And it is, I mean, for me, when I started, I was Gracie Barra for about 3 years. Obviously, for me, I had a falling out with the coach and then had to move on. So, but for me, Gracie Barra, wherever I went, now I'd been to, obviously, all over England. As I went out to California, trained at the headquarters and stuff like that. And what I found was the Gracie Barra, especially Gracie Barra, obviously other teams are the same, but Gracie Barra, wherever you went, you were my brother. Do you know what I mean? Regardless where you come from, obviously Dundee or Glasgow or California, Brazil, or fucking, I was meeting guys from Mauritius and...
You're representing that Red Shield, do you?
Yeah, and it was
like, see, I was telling you a story about Head in Manchester. Mm-hmm. I was going to mention this, but I never mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it. During my fight, the first fight, I kept hearing this man shouting instructions to us. Yeah. Throughout the whole fight, because he was like my coach, just automatically knew it must have been another Gracie Barra professor, right? Yeah. Then after that, I went over to him and he said something to us, and he told us he was a professor from Gracie Bath or somewhere in England, right? Right. And I was like, thanks for coaching us and that, blah, blah. And then see when I look back on that video, my head got banged. See him running right over like a big protective dad. Yeah. Right? He's facing. He bolts right over, and he's right above me. I mean, like, he's just like Emmy's son, and he's standing right above me. Yeah. Right? Like, also really concerned. And then when I lift my head, be the medic and that, and he's like, Darren, you okay, mate? Fingers molding up. And he's getting his twos up and that, to get us in a positive, laughing mood. Yeah, yeah. And he's concerned, and that backs up what you've just said there. Kind of like, once you're a part of that Gracie Barra, they see you as your own. He also seen me as one of his students. Yeah, yeah. Or he felt it was his duty with being a professor in that competition, maybe the only Gracie Barra professor in the whole room. Felt it was his duty to come over and represent me and stand beside me, kind of, and I admired that. I thought that was brilliant. Yeah, yeah. It's quite ironic. I actually lost in the final to his student when I got the silver the first time I fought at the British. Got promoted to blue after it. Yeah. So, it was good. Shows that unity there and that togetherness. Aye. And good to see. It really is.
I mean, great. I mean, you'll know this. I mean, you've got a long journey ahead of you as well. Do you know what I mean? We've all got long journeys, and it's going to be good. It's going to be bad. Do you know what I mean? But you're going to notice this wherever you go, and you're wearing that red shield. Do you know what I mean? The respect that you get from everybody, and obviously the people that you're going to meet through your journey. You're going to have some of the best times with that shield on your back, right?
I believe believer of it's not what's in front of you, it's who's behind you.
Yeah, yeah.
And, when I step on that match with that red shield on and Darren Clark behind me, like I didn't fear nothing.
Yeah,
I see us as like the Barcelona or the Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean? Like,
aye.
and we're in there, we'll put our uniform and our professors, we will put the fear in other competitors. Let's go out and represent our team and smash it.
Yeah.
No fear, nothing. Champions, didn't fear things. You know what I mean? You go out there and you represent. That's it.
Aye. And then, obviously, last thing for me then, obviously, last question. Now, this is a tricky question. A lot of guys find it difficult to answer it. But taking out, obviously, jiu-jitsu, boxing, football, what would you be doing? If it wasn't for any of that, what would you be doing?
Well, it wasn't for any sports?
Yeah.
Probably trying to be like Liam Gallagher, like I did spend my whole life. I'm not just a fanatical Oasis fan, mate. Right. Spent my whole life just Oasis daft, mate. Just into bands. My mates were in bands. We just travelled everywhere gigging, mate. Like that was my whole life.
Because where you come from, is it The View?
Yeah, that was my mate's band I was on about, that named that. But man, that's where I travelled about quite a lot. See, they're from Lockheed as well.
Right.
And we've all been mates. Well, they were just from Drybridge, we schemed just up the road for the High Street.
Aye. But
I knew them I was at St Clement's Primary School, they were at St Mary's, then I went to St John's again. So although we were like the wild squad, they were kind of a wee bit quiet, get themselves, okay? Yeah. My mate Rennie from Primary School, he was in them as well. But as we all got older and that, the Dundee scene was huge, wee bands, like massive. As soon as the View made it, see the buzz in our city, man, wow. Yeah. That was electric. There was gigs every night, like constantly. Right. Like so, Hanny, Fever, loads of them. But I rented the same pub, an old pub, shut down. I rented it at a studio, so like the View had it, and so did Hanny, that was our mate's band as well. So it was just mayhem, mate. I constant rehearsing every day in there, drinking every day, and then jumping on tour buses and going to work again. Aye. So pals obviously with the boys and that. At around that stage, and then I still had the opportunity to go a lot of places with them, which I'm forever grateful for, because I've got God knows how many memories and stories on that. Aye. Like, can you miss it now with them being still up? Can you think, wow, that was actually real? We done that. Yeah. So I'm obviously forever grateful to be given that opportunity for my friends to go and share their journey with them. Aye. Standing on the sides of Tina Park stages and things like that, like wow, staring at 20,000-30,000 people, whatever it is. Yeah. And then, wow, that's what it feels like. But they're playing yours at the side, Ken. But it's, get to experience that feeling a wee bit, and it's bonkers.
Aye. So that would be you if obviously you never had any sports.
I'm not saying I would have made it at that, but that would probably be something else to it.
That's what you would have done. I'm pretty sure. Listen, you obviously from speaking to you tonight, you know what I mean, you're a motivated guy, so I'm pretty sure whatever you set your mind to, it's getting done. Do you know what I mean? There's not even any two thoughts about it. It's getting done. Do you know what I mean? So that's probably what I would have liked to have done. Aye. So
that was all good.
Aye. But listen, Darren, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Do you know what I mean? We're obviously going to see more from you. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be a lot more to come from you.
I mean, the beginning for me, like, I'm going to be competing all over the place in that. Like, fighting for European titles and that. I'm going to be at Brazil to train for a month as well with Darren and Barak. So we're really going to step it up. Like, we'll be going to Lisbon in January for the Euros through there as well. Yeah. I'm going to start from MMA debut very shortly as well. So it's going to... MMA's the end goal. I'd like to do well in that. So, come from a boxing background and I've done well in jiu-jitsu. So, big goals ahead, mate. Big goals. Life's to be lived, so don't stand still.
Nice one.
It doesn't wait for no man or no women, man. The time is now for action. So
yeah. No, listen. I'm always like when I'm a big believer. Whenever anybody in Scotland wins, I love it. Right.
I support every.
Yeah, whether it's...
No politics, mate, with that. See, when we're talking about politics and that, I don't stand with any of that. Yeah. For everybody. I want every single person to make it in life. Yeah. I'm no competition with nobody but myself. I mean, like, I'm striving to be the better version of me every day. Yeah. That's it. And even when I compete against people, I'm like, it's not him I'm fighting. I'm fighting against myself here. He's just better in my journey. Yeah. Help me evolve as a human, as a competitor. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. No politics.
Nah.
Keep it as simple, aye.
Nah, you gotta see that. I mean, I on that Scottish Jiu-Jitsu page, I remember I was putting fights up for my teammate. I put a fight up for one of the guys for the grip pussies,
Yeah, I've seen that.
Cogsy, and just so everybody could see it. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously when it all came about, I put up the results of who won, who never won, how they won, and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And again, I just love it. Whenever, even like the Euros. I mean, when we go over to the Euros, and you'll notice this when you go to the Euros. We'll be there. You'll see us. Obviously, the guys for my team. There's going to be guys for the grip post, guys for other gyms, and it's brilliant feeling, man. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. The same, man. We're halfway the same country. Do you get what I mean? We should always be sticking together, helping each other, and help grow the martial art.
Yeah.
We went to Kendal there to fight my first blue belt tournament.
Aye.
Majid, what's his name again? Sorry, Matt.
Oh, Majid.
Yeah, Majid, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I went down, me and Barrack, we picked him up. The three, he just messaged on the Scottish page, MD else travelling down. We were like, yeah, we're coming, you can jump in our car, mate. That was it. So we didn't really met each other, just seen each other at comps, but hadn't really spoke.
Yeah.
But straight away, picked him up, not a problem, travelled down together and that. And after we'd all come finished with matches and that, he shouted up a photograph, I'm not sure if you've seen it.
Yeah.
He shouted up all the Scottish fighters to come over, came from the different gyms.
Aye.
What I got together at the podium, what I got our photos, took me our medals. And that was the whole point of that photograph. He's like, come on, let's forget the politics, man. Here's the boys who had different gyms supporting each other, doing kind of things like that.
Yeah.
It was good. He would take a big photograph and posted that. Every single person medalled up. Every single person from Scotland had at least 2 or 3, some 4 medals in their neck.
Yeah.
And Abdi cleaned up. Every academy's athlete cleaned up. It was great to see. Abdi supporting each other. I mean, I'm great mates feel like young Lorenzo and young Jan and that kind of from Edinburgh.
Aye.
And there you go, they're roughly the same weight classes. They are kind of one above, and Jan's the same as me. And they're massive supporters of it. Forever on their page, commenting, posting their stuff, and yes, champ. That's the way I am, Ken. You've got to support your own people, Ken.
Aye. But you're gonna meet a lot of really good people in jiu-jitsu.
Oh yeah. There's loads of good people in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But I think I've come across very rarely any negative person within the jiu-jitsu community.
Aye. But you've definitely got a bright future. I mean, speaking to you as for the last hour, just hearing, I mean, the motivation. That's the big thing that I'm getting from you. You're motivated, and as I said, if you've got a goal, do you know what I mean? You're going to do everything to get that goal, and that's what I like. I like to see that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm excited for the future to see what you're going to do. Do you know what I mean?
That's great to hear that. Thanks very much. See what's motivating us as well is time's not on my side. Me being 33.
Yeah.
So had I been 23, I could maybe start the foot off the gas a wee bit here.
Yeah.
And I've got 17 years to toy about with. But no, I've got 7 years to go and smash it at jits, smash it at MMA, and then focus on coaching. Yeah. And obviously still compete in jits, but obviously I was going to compete in MMA at 40 really.
Right.
So I've got 7 years to have fun. I mean, you add that up. I told a mate this and it freaked him out. I was like, do you care how many months there is till in the next 7 years? Something like 74 months or something, 78 months.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's 78 months till you're 40. Get that on your brain. He was like, what? I was like, 78 months or something till you turn 40. Till I turn 40. And I was like, that's no land.
Right.
This is no time for resting. I mean, not the life of the hell. And he did that active every day. I can't waste 1 minute.
Yeah.
I've got too many goals to achieve in a short space of time.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm travelling the country hour on my own, going hour to pick up all these knowledge and experiences. You know what I mean? Because as a coach as well, I never wanted to be a coach. It was just a practitioner coach. Not going against that. I just want to be able to, if I wanted to teach somebody how to compete, I wanted to have been a good competitor myself. I mean, to tell them, well, I've won British titles, this is what it takes to do it. Come on, me man, let's go, Ken.
Yeah.
Highly motivated football coach as well, Ken. Like, always getting inside the laddies' heads, Ken. My team 3-1 down at half time, man, spend 5 minutes with me and they're back out winning 7-4. I mean, that's what happens because I get inside their head.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Nice one.
So, I've been motivated, definitely.
Brilliant, mate. Well, listen, Dan, thank you very much again. As I said, I'm definitely going to find out when you're in Darren's. Obviously, I said to Darren I would come up. I was up, I think it was about a month and a half, 2 months ago. Got to see, I think it was the first time I'd seen the GB Fife gym. Obviously, I know he's now set up the Dunfermline one, so I'm looking forward, obviously, come up. We'll get a couple of rolls.
It's a roll with you.
Obviously, have a chat, do you know what I mean? And then, but listen, thank you very much again, Darren. So, guys, that was Darren Ferguson. Darren Ferguson's blue belt under the Gracie Barra system, Darren Clark being his professor. Obviously, as you heard, there was so much tragedy, but managed to turn that obviously all into a positive for himself and doing absolutely wonderful things, obviously competition and things like that. So definitely excited to see and hear more about Darren in the future. So obviously keep an eye on him. But listen, guys, thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.